Ricky Thornton Jr.'s wife, Shae Thornton, called out a fan who was wishing death upon him after he was involved in a wreck at Alltech on Saturday night. Absolutely despicable, disgusting behavior here. I know we can all be passionate and we all have our drivers that we root for and the drivers that we root against, but I don't think there is any place for this type of behavior when it comes to dirt late model racing. You should not be wishing that the drivers that provide this excellent product for us, the racing that we love to watch, that we enjoy, that we root for, that we cheer for, that we jeer for, death. That's just absolutely wrong and despicable. But Shae posted this over on Facebook. She wrote, "First person who can give me an address will win a really good prize. A lot of people sent me his address. Apparently, he even races occasionally in Tennessee. It's really, really, really sad and frankly incomprehensible to wish death upon someone you don't know because you're not a fan of them. It makes me want to throw up, really." And you can kind of see what this person here had to say. He says, "You can't even spell a two-letter word. Your fat bottom jaw must have gotten in the way. Underbite," and then obviously using the expletive there. And then Shae's responding, saying drivers don't run their social media pages. Obviously, I think responding using the Ricky Thornton Jr. Racing Facebook page. And then he says, "I wouldn't either if I was you." And then we've got this right here after the wreck at after midnight on the East Coast, saying, "I'm so glad you hit the wall, you stupid underbite." And then obviously, again, the expletives there. And then just kind of a generic response here. "Thanks for contacting us." And then says, "Only thing that could have made it better would have been if your fuel cell would have caught fire and you got burnt up." I mean, that's absolutely despicable. There's absolutely no way, no reason for that type of language or wishing any of that at all, especially just less than a week after Brian Shirley was involved in an accident where his car was consumed in an inferno. This is absolutely despicable behavior here from this individual, and I'm glad that Shae called it out. I think more people should call it out because it is absolutely despicable. I don't think it has any place in motorsports. You should not be wishing that people are being burnt up in a accident. It's absolutely wrong. You should not be wishing for them to get injured, no matter how much you dislike them. You can still root against someone. You can still dislike someone without wishing harm and disaster and evil upon them. I think rooting against people is part of our sport. Obviously, people have their favorite drivers. People have their drivers they love to hate. I mean, you see this in other sports as well. You saw, if you watch the NASCAR Clash race, you saw it at Bowman Gray. They love to hate on Burt Myers. They love to root on Burt Myers. If you're a Burt Myers fan, you love Burt Myers, and if you're a Burt Myers fan, you hate on Tim Brown. I've seen Bubba Pollard actually talk about this with his rivalry with Stephen Nasse. He wants Bubba Pollard fans to hate Stephen Nasse, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't want them to wish Stephen Nasse ill will. And the same is the opposite, right? He likes that Stephen Nasse fans like to hate on him, but he doesn't want to see them wishing him any kind of ill will, especially when it comes to his personal safety or things like that. I think rivalries are a big part of why we love racing. We love the personalities. We love the fact that there are these guys that they're so good that they do rival each other. And usually if you're a fan of one, you're not going to be a fan of the guy that's his rival. That's usually how it is in many cases, right? I mean, you can look at college football, right? There's that whole weekend dedicated to rivalries between the various different schools. So we love rivalries, but we have to make sure that we don't take it too far, that we don't descend into kind of this madness here that this individual has descended into, where he's wishing for Ricky Thornton Jr. to be burnt alive. That's just absolutely sick. It's absolutely disgusting, and it should be condemned. And I'm actually glad that Shae kind of published this publicly to let people know that this is not appropriate and that people are indeed sending this stuff to drivers, and it's absolutely wrong. And I'm glad that she shared it so that we can say, hey, this is wrong. You should not be doing this. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below.